Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist, here on the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. So happy to have y'all here today. I'm going to talk about some real stuff today, not like I don't talk about real stuff all the time, but I'm just going to be real straight today. It's been a very interesting day. I had two very interesting clients for readings and very powerful messages for each of them. One I'm going to mention today. But today's topic is called Your Life is Going to Cost You Your Old One. I hope that you're able to find time to listen to this podcast in its entirety. I feel like it will have its most impact if you will devote the time it takes to listen from beginning to end. I also hope that when you're finished, that it helps you to change your life. There's a card in the tarot deck called the Tower. If you look up the image of the card, you'll see the image of a tower on fire and a person falling out of it. Tarot cards are typically read either in an upright or direct position or inverse or reverse position. Each card in the tarot deck has two initial meanings. And depending on the surrounding cards, their suits and their place around the cards determines additional information for a card reading. So this card happens to be part of the Major Arcana. There's the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. Major Arcana is made up of 22 cards, starting with 0, ending in 21. That's 22 cards. These are all significant life event messages. The Minor Arcana has 4 suits: earth, air, fire, water. Earth is relative to thoughts and cognitions. Earth is relative to foundations, money, material things. Air is relative to thoughts and beliefs. And, like I said, thinking. Fire is representative of ideas and passions. And water is representative of emotions and intuition and psychic abilities. Upright, the Tower card means sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, awakening. Inverted or reversed, meaning upside down, this card means personal transformation, averting disaster, fear of change. I refer to this card because it is at the basis of today's episode. In short, in order to have a new life, one of two things will happen with you. One, you'll either voluntarily choose to change your life and give up what you know isn't serving you, or the universe will change your life for you. That's number 2. Throwing you out of your tower, your comfort zone, only with the clothes off your back, like the imagery in the card, so to speak. Giving you only one of two options: to grow or to die trying to avoid hitting your rock bottom. Sounds pretty freaking heavy, doesn't it? Well, it kind of is. And I told you that's what today's was going to be like. Recently, a woman came to me, actually this morning, for a reading, who claimed that she was experiencing the dark night of the soul. And for those of you who don't realize what the dark night of the soul is, I actually did an episode on that. I'm trying to remember which one it was, but it's early on, and I talk about the dark night of the soul really kind of as an awakening, where we're really looking at the the darkness within so that we can change our lives. And she was really nervous before she came into the reading. And you know what? That makes sense. There's some people who come in for readings with me who, and in general, it's not just with me, but are scared of what they're going to hear. They think they're going to hear about death and dying and all sorts of bad stuff. And that really is not the case, especially with me, because I always ask for the most positive words in the most positive way in the highest integrity of all. So she wasn't sure what she's going to hear, and in spite of her fear, she made an appointment anyway. She needed to know what was going on in her life, what to expect, and what next steps to take. And I always know Spirit puts the right people in front of me at the right times. The beauty about getting the reading that came through for her is that everything that we shared with her made sense. I always ask people not to tell me anything before I do a reading so it's pure. She was validated all the way around and ultimately understood that she had been thrown out of her tower so that she could finally get real with her life and make some long-needed changes for the better. You see, when your life needs to change, you can't avoid it forever. That's the thing about life. Some people find ways of playing small. They like keep morphing into smallness and maintaining their comfort zones. Well, or so they think. But the thing is, you can never hide from change. It will find you. In fact, it will hunt you down. That's how powerful change is. It has the most innovative radar, the most advanced of its kind, and it will do nothing short of move mountains to get you to be where you need to be, even if you resist. Now, there are many people who experience being thrown out of their towers only to establish perceived safety in some other way in some other tower, right? But fear not, my dear. Change always finds them, too, because something else is going to happen that's going to rock the world in some other unexpected way. And no matter how hard a person tries to create certainty with their new life conditions, change is always rearing its head, waiting for the next time it can shoot up from the depths of the ocean like a great white shark and capture its prey without warning. Each of us experiences the tower many times in our lives and in all aspects of our lives. It may begin with a marriage imploding and ending in divorce, and then lead to losing your job, to developing severe health condition, to your finances being completely depleted. And we're thrown out on our asses to figure out what the heck to do next. That's just how life is, y'all. That's life's learning curve. So you might want to go ahead and accept that is truth and learn to become more innovative with how you look at and respond to life. The development of the muscle of flexibility, y'all, is the key to thriving when change wreaks havoc on your life. You see, you don't get to dictate what your life is like. Even if you think you do not. The sooner you accept that, the better life will be for you. Sure, you can put in your request to the universe about what you want, but how you get what you need ain't in your ballpark at all, my dear. That is entirely up to the universe. That is entirely up to God to show you the way. A recent post on Facebook was about this exact topic, how your new life is going to cost you your old one. I want to read it to you. Your new life is going to cost you your old one. It's going to cost you your comfort zone and your sense of direction. It's going to cost you your relationships and friends. It's going to cost you being liked and understood. But it doesn't matter, because the people who are meant for you are going to meet you on the other side. And you're going to build a new comfort zone around the things that actually move you forward. Instead of understood, you're going to be seen. All you're going to do is lose what was built for a person you no longer are. So let it go. Based on what I just shared with you, mind you, like I said, I didn't write it. Having the life you deserve is going to mean that you get rid of what you believed you deserve. All of those shitty relationships will fall to the wayside on behalf of your new and improved self, even if you don't want them to. All of those limitations that you believed existed will be shattered, and will be pushed to. You'll be pushed to view life in a multitude of ways, and with a limitless mindset. All of those opportunities that you think you wanted will pale in comparison to the amazing opportunities that you will soon have. And they'll be better than you could possibly imagine, just not on your timeline. All of those beliefs that you had that led you to believe that you could only get so far in life, well, those will be vomited up into the trash can and considered garbage, because what instigates the regurgitation has completely challenged your belief system, the old belief system, forcing you to adopt a new definition of who you are and of what you are made. You might not want certain relationships to end, but they very well might, because they've run their course or you've overstayed your welcome. You might not want to risk job security, so you stay in the same job miserably. But you very well might lose your job so that you can walk the path of what you're supposed to be doing. You might not want to challenge the status quo, risk being disliked, shunned, left standing alone. But that's not how life works, y'all. Life forces you to grow the balls it takes to stand up for what you truly believe once and for all, to learn how to confront difficulty with integrity and dignity, not anger and contempt. It forces you to stop needing to be liked and start you needing to be respected. Everyone gets what they need in life, and not what they want. You'll have many chances in this and other lifetimes to work on your shit, trust me. You'll be given numerous opportunities to shore up your self-worth and self-confidence, to work on putting yourself first, to any patterns that are just habits and not even in your DNA anymore, to learning how to initiate and welcome change voluntarily so that you can step up and into the true essence of who you really are. Y'all know that I don't sugarcoat much of anything, and today is no different. In fact, that's how God uses me, because honestly, I say this humbly, y'all, I could say shit directly to people that others can't, because I have a pure intention, and that comes through. And as with all of my podcasts, including this one, I'm telling you all of this because I really do love you. And I want you to learn how to embrace your life in the way that you need to, that you're meant to. I want you to stop being so fucking negative and stop complaining about what happens in your life and start contributing to its betterment. I want you to seek out help when you need it, to take that risk of starting a new venture, regardless of the outcome. I want you to stand up for what you believe, not because you need to be right, but because you know in every fiber and cell of your being that you have no other choice but to speak your truth. I want you to get off the fucking couch, put that cigarette down, that alcoholic beverage down, that unhealthy shit on your plate down, and start to honor the body you chose to live in. Go for a damn walk. Go do something nice for someone who has less than you. Trust me, there are plenty of those people out there who need what you have. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. You only do that because you have time on your hands to indulge in that bullshit. I bet that if a gun was to your head, you would not even practice a moment of feeling sorry for yourself. In fact, you'd figure out how to get the hell away from that gun, and fast. Yeah, your new life is going to cost you your old one, just like a pair of shoes that have been worn out. That's what happens to you when you live a small life in fear and insecurity, wearing the same shoes every day, doing the same thing every day. At some point, y'all, the soles of those shoes you imagine would never separate do. And suddenly, you can't walk around the way that you used to. Suddenly, you'll have to adjust your gait to accommodate the damage of the shoe. And you'll be so conscious of the poverty in which you are walking that you'll either get sick and tired of walking that way, in the way that you're walking, or you'll have to figure out a new way of walking through life. Or life will ruin all of your shoes for you, and you'll be forced to hit rock bottom just to see what you will do without those shoes. I hope that this episode has freaked you out a little bit. I really do. In fact, I hope it's freaked you out a lot. I hope that you are really uncomfortable right now. I hope it's made you feel so uncomfortable that you look at your life and you're like, holy shit, I got to get my ass up and change. I got to stop being so damn scared and take a chance. I got to get the ball rolling in my life. Stop pretending that your life is all well just because you can go home and be in your cave, thinking that that's normal. Nobody's life is perfect. Just know that. Each and every day we have the opportunity to course correct. Every decision we make, we have the opportunity to course correct. That is how many opportunities we are given. Every single decision. Everybody has stresses and obligations. Yours are no different, although everybody's stresses and obligations are along a spectrum. I don't deny that. But that's just being human. That's what we agreed to when we incarnated. But not everybody takes the time to forge ahead and create a better life for themselves. But you can. And I hope you do, my friend. I really hope you do. My life's mission is all about ending pain and suffering for people. I do my best to be a living example of going through hell and coming out on the other side of it, fighting for my life. I've done that so many times. If you don't fight for yours to have a new life, you're going to be walking in shoes that won't get you very far. And you won't be as happy as you could be. I pray for you. I pray that you get your ass up off the couch and do something different today. I pray that you start to love yourself, that you start to honor your body, your mind, your soul, and make choices that initially might feel hard, but in the long run are in the highest interest of yourself. As my daddy used to say, your enlightened self-interest. I love you. I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, and always live your life intuitively.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.